Welcome back. This is part 4. I've done some trading since the last video and I've made just shy of 112,000 total credits. So I've got a little bit of income to invest in some ship upgrades that I want to do now. This video I'm probably going to split it up into multiple parts because there's going to be a lot of traveling and a lot of dead time there. So you'll see probably quite a few transitions because I'll have to edit the video, but I'll just get straight to the points. We've made some income. We want to upgrade our ship because lost time is lost profit, and currently our ship is not optimum. So I've made my way down to Home of Light, and I have docked at the TerraCore headquarters. So if you do that and open up trade with the station, now you'll notice that there's only a couple of things that are red to me now because I have increased in rank. I am now an Argon Federation associate. I think I got promoted 3 or 4 times maybe in the process of doing these trades. So while you're here, there's 3 things you definitely want to pick up right up front. We're going to grab the trading system extension, and anything you want to know more about, like this software, you can highlight it, press U, and it tells you what it does. So we can actually see prices of items in a sector without having to dock at the station. So obviously very useful. I'm going to buy that, and then I'm going to pick up Best Buy's locator and best selling price locator.
Best-selling price locator.
That leaves us 60,000 to do a couple of more upgrades with. There are a couple of more I'm going to do, but for those I will need to fly up to
Command rejected.
too close to the station. I will need to fly up to Argon Prime. Let's see, Shift C, 1, 5, select Argon Prime, and dock at the equipment docks. So I'll be back when I'm there. Okay, I've arrived at the equipment dock in Argon Prime. I'm going to open trade and scroll down to engine tuning and rudder optimization. 2 of the first things you want to do with a ship this slow. Obviously the engine tuning will speed up the ship. The rudder will give you much more control and quicker turns. You'll be able to get around quite a bit smoother, quite a bit quicker. So we're going to go ahead and max these out. I think I should be okay on the cost. Yep.
Engine tuning installed. Rudder optimization installed.
Yeah, you definitely want to pick up the boost extension. Again, it's so cheap, and it's something that's going to speed up the ship.
Boost extension installed.
We already picked up the trade system extension in Home of Light. Okay, we're not going to do any remote trading with this ship right now, so I'll hold off on that. And I think I'm going to stop there, and that will leave me enough money to do some trading with. Alright, I'm going to leave here and head back up to Power Circle and show you how Best Buys and Best Sell works, and I'll see you there. Okay, I'm back and we are in Power Circle, and I am going to load up my Best Buys, Best Sells by pressing 5 and 6. 5 will load best location to sell. Currently I don't have anything in my freight bay, no products anyway, so that's not very helpful. You can either tab over with the right arrow or mouse, or just press 6. 5 and 6 switches back and forth. Alright, this is Best Buys. This will load up the information in the sector that you're currently in, and it will basically tell you right away where the Best Buys are. So if I'm interested in trading energy, right now solar power plant M Alpha has got the best price at 14. It's not perfect, but that's doable. And once you get familiar with some of these prices and the price ranges, you'll be able to recognize right away, like ore 53 is pretty close to the minimum price, you'll be able to make a decision on what you want to trade. Now, if you figured out from doing some trading since the last video, or it can be kind of a tough one because there's fewer places to buy it, and sometimes you end up getting caught traveling farther than you meant. So if you're having to go 3 gates, 3 sectors down to sell it, in the time it would have taken you to do that, you probably could have made 2 runs with energy and made more money. However, if you were here in Power Circle and you need to go to Argon, let's say to buy another ship upgrade, it probably wouldn't hurt if energy is empty in the sector to pick up a load of ore and take it with you. And along the way, you'll probably find a place to sell it, if not in Argon, 1 sector over. So you can make a profit while taking care of something else. Alright, so if I'm going to go ahead and pick up this energy as my choice, of course you can load the sector map and find that station, or the easiest thing to do is just to highlight the station in the Best Buys locator here, like I've done. You can press enter and just choose dock at station. Now I can say buy at station, type in a number, and it will buy that amount when it lands, but I'm not 100% sure how much. I guess I can just look at my freight. Since I only have 3,000, I can tell it to buy 3,000. It'll do it for me. If you're busy doing other things, that's certainly one way to do it.
Autopilot activated.
So I'm going to load SATA and be back when we get in station. Okay, I've landed at the station that I chose with Best Buy, and since then the price has actually dropped because they've produced more energy. So I'm going to max it out and buy as much as I can fit in my cargo. Exit the station, full throttle. Give it a little bit of SATA to get away. And I'm going to load up number 5, hotkey 5, for the best locations to sell. And right now in this sector, unfortunately, they're pretty saturated in energy. The best place is the Cattle Ranch El Alpha, and they're only paying 16. So you have a choice. You can either drop it off for a quick run within this sector, or you can fly to another sector and hope to find it at 19. And I'm almost betting that we can, because down in Heron's Nebula, there's quite a few stations over here that use energy, and there's no power stations there. So it's up to you. You'll learn a balance between, the speed of making a trade with a smaller profit in the same sector much quicker, and where the trade-off is in making one more jump for the extra profit. I'll leave that up to you to decide. I am going to I'm going to head down 1 jump, and we'll use the best location seller, and I'll be back when we're there. Okay, I'm back in Heron's Nebula. I'm going to load best location to sell with 5, and yep, ore mine M Alpha is buying at 19, so I'm going to dock at station.
Autopilot activated.
If I load up the sector map and pull up information on that station, yeah, you can see they're almost completely empty. So, and again, they're also selling ore at the cheapest price because they're full. So I'm going to go sell this energy and probably pick up a full load of ore and continue trading. Go ahead and continue to trade, build up some surplus, and when we get back, we're going to look into some different ways of making money. I think it's a little bit cheaper, as some people would argue. Stations are certainly kind of easy to deal with. You set them up, kind of fire and forget if it's in a safe sector like this, but I'm going to go with local traders. It's pretty affordable to get into, and that's going to free us up to do some other things, maybe fly some missions, get a little bit into combat while we're still trading. So when we get back, we'll look into doing that. Continue to trade, save up as much as you can. I'm probably going to trade my way up to probably about 750,000. That sounds like a lot, but it'll go quicker than you think. Now, on the way, we upgraded our ship fully on engine and rudder, but I didn't put anything into cargo. Now, the more cargo expansions you buy, the more expensive it becomes. So as you gain some profit, upgrade your cargo. And one rule of thumb is basically look at the amount of cargo space you have. Say I have 3,000 now, and the minimum price of energy is 12, so that would be 36. It would cost me 36,000 to fill it up with energy. So if I keep at least 36,000, I can fill it up. Now, of course, the more cargo you buy, the more you can fit, and the more you're going to have to save. So as you buy cargo, if you keep enough money back to fill it up with a product, you're still going to maximize your trade run, and you'll be consistently upgrading your cargo bay to hold more and therefore make more on each run. So continue to do that, and when we get back, we'll have some fun looking into some other areas of the game. Alright, see you then.